Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Art and welcome back to This Week in the Collection. Let me rephrase that. What I collected this week. Let's just put, yeah, that's how it is. First thing is I want to say, today I got back into the gym. My normal gym, there's two locations, and one location is being renovated, so it's only open certain times. It might be open for like a week or two, then it's closed. I mean, if you're gonna renovate that place, it's best to close it down and have the people work on it and be a lot faster than try to. But then again, I understand you want to keep it open. And I thought about it. Like, I pay $30 a month, but I can go to two different places. The other place, the original one, is smaller because it has a train facility. It has like a train, like boxing, kickboxing, and all this other stuff on it. And the thing is that it gets kind of crowded up in there super quick. And plus, another thing is that I don't want to go too hard, because normally I've been learning that the older I get, I can't just do balls to the wall training like I used to when I was 20 or 30. Balls to the wall, balls to the wall. I'm like in my 50s now, so me going balls to the walls and I'm like, ouch, this hurts. I get pain. It's the way how your body gets older, but you do what you got to do. But anyway, earlier this week, well, actually today, as I'm filming, is my brother's birthday, and he's in Florida right now. I think he's on a cruise. I don't know. My nieces are here, and they're with my dad and his wife at and my stepmother at an amusement park or something like that. Who knows? But I'm glad they're doing stuff. My other niece, I think she leaves in a week or two. In a week or two, she goes back to school for a second year. And, it was fun having her here for the summer. It wasn't so fun for her friend to be here. And my aunt sometimes popping by for whatever reason. And, it's family, so what can you do? But anyway, enough about the life stuff. Let's get back on to doing what I do. I hope you guys are liking the Fig Friday. I'm thinking about extending it a little bit because there's a lot of stuff I can do, but most likely I'll probably, if I do, it's probably gonna be like, I'll probably create like a little short showing off what I bought or whatever. I don't know, but anyway. First thing is that I picked this up, this Miles Morales. This is from the Armadillo Wave a year and a half ago. And what happened is I always wanted one of these because I always wanted a Miles Morales. Like this one. But this one has the face, the face scan. No. Has the head scan so you can see his face. I always wanted that, and he got these, my guy got these in, he had like 10 of them. I'm like, well, I guess I might as well pick up one now, finally. Pay $30 instead of paying like 50 to 60 somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? This week is the week of PowerCon. That's in Ohio, and I was about to go to Power. Here's the thing. I've been to a lot of conventions this year. The first convention was the Great Lakes Comic Con, which is it's a very small con, one day, no problem. Then that was in February. April was the Astronomicon. That was a big con right there. A lot of wrestling stuff. Then of course May was the Motor City Comic Con. Hands down, good. I didn't really enjoy myself this year. I really didn't. Honestly, I really didn't enjoy myself this year. I really didn't. And it kind of soured me on the Motor City Comic Con. It did. Even though I showed you a lot of footage from it, overall, after thinking about it, I didn't really enjoy myself. June was Astronomicon 6.5. That was a banger one. Last weekend was WrestleCon. WrestleCon was the first time in Detroit, so it was one of those times I had to get it. And you saw last week what I picked up from there, and also SummerSlam. So that weekend I was totally, and because of WrestleCon popped up, I said, Motor City Comic Con in November, not going. It's too much. Then all of a sudden there's another thing called PowerCon that's in Ohio. And the thing is that a lot of my YouTube people that I watch are going to be there at PowerCon. And I was like, oh man. I said, oh my goodness. That would be awesome to meet. I mean, for example, one of the people I buy figures from, he's going to be down there. Actually, two people. One, this guy called this one channel called The Foosh. He's making his own figures, and he's going to be there. And I was like, wow. And some other YouTubers is going to be there. So I'm like, man, this is going to be awesome, but it's too much for me. I'm kind of fatigued out. Whew. You know, going to all these, I mean, a lot of times a lot of people think, oh, you go to this con, but the thing is, you got to save money for it. You got to save. And sometimes you got to pick your battles. I'm like, plus, here's the thing. I'm buying comic books every week. I'm buying figures almost on a monthly basis. Yeah. This week, the fun thing is, for last year, not much came out, so it's okay. But now this year, stuff is coming out. I'm like, really? Really now? Wow. But it is what it is. So, you know, some things I had to let, I'm like, no, I can't, I'm not going, because, you know, and one of my friends like, are you sure you're not going to go? I'm like, no. I'm like, look, a lot of people I talk with, some of the people who I've met at these cons, they went to every single con I did. I'm like, dude, we're kind of burnt out. One of my groups, we're talking about all these cons. It was like, dude, we're kind of burnt out. And plus, there's little smaller events, not cons, but shows here and there. And, you know, it gets kind of like burnt outish, so to speak. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, so here we go. We got North Valley Grimoire number 3. Haven't read number 1 yet. I'm trying to figure out how many. I'm trying to figure out how many issues it is, because I rather read all of it all in one swoop. Like if it's 5, I want to read all 5. We got Spawn 344. Still the cheapest comic book around. King Spawn 24. Is this $2.99 too? Yep. All of Atomic Farm and Spawn comics is $2.99, where everybody's is $3.99 and up. And the funny thing is, he's still making money hand over fist. So that means companies are getting greedy. But anyway, this one, it kind of threw me for a loop until I actually saw it. This is Radiant Black number 25. And I was like, why is there 2 of them? Then I thought about it. Then I didn't, till I got home. Here's 25. Here's 25. put them together. It's a connecting cover. Kind of neat. I've pretty much checked out a Radiant Black, so it's fine. Star Wars 37. Scorched number 20. This one seems kind of interesting. Ghost Rider Wolverine. Weapons of Vengeance. If there was two heroes, or I should call anti-heroes, this is a very odd pairing. This looks like the Danny Ketch version of this looks like the Danny Ketch version instead of Johnny Blaze, but that's okay. We got Wildcats number 10. Avengers number 4. Now this series has really surprised me. Oh, John. Okay, on the corner, on it right here, it says Marvel remembers John Romita. Wow, what a nice tribute. That's a great tribute to one of the best artists and storytellers in comic book history. John Romita and John Romita Jr. They're two of the best. I mean, they're really good. Same thing with like Andy and Joe Kubert, Joe and Andy Kubert. Father-son duo. Very good storytellers. We got New Burn number 9. I thought this was ended, and then all of a sudden, I said, "Oh, we got number 9." I was like, "I only got up to 6. I'm missing a few." Luckily, sometimes my comic book shop. Sometimes I wonder. I know you're getting shorted on some books here and now, but come on, now, this is weird. We got Gunslinger Spawn number 22, and we got 23. Now, the thing is, at my main store, the only thing I have on there is New Burn, Radiant Black, and technically Spawns. So, and a lot of times I'm thinking maybe I should start going there every week because I could pick up Marvel books. Like this that's already come bag and boarded, and I can save on my book bag and boards. Yeah. We got Miles Morales Spider-Man number 9. And the Big Bad Booty Daddy. Amazing Spider-Man number 31, or issue 925. The wedding issue. No, not Spider-Man's wedding. Joe is his name Roberts or Robertson's? His son is getting married to Tombstone's daughter, who is the new Beetle. But anyway, that is it for this. Actually, tell you the truth, not really. That's it. But I did join the Kickstarter a couple months ago. If you know about Dungeons and Dragons, let's put it this way: if you're a video gamer, you heard of Baldur's Gate, which is based off of Dungeons and Dragons, which is a tabletop role-playing game. I used to play role-playing games exclusively every Friday night. Then I hit the bar. Then trouble, of course. But anyway, there was a superhero version of a D&D superhero version called Mutants and Masterminds. And what happens, this is the 3rd edition. The 1st edition I loved. The 2nd edition was even better. 2.5 or 3 or whatever was, they kind of had a deal with DC, and they changed a lot of the rules, and I really didn't tell you the truth, I didn't like it, but then again I didn't really read it. And then what happens, this is volume 3, 3rd edition. And what happened was, years ago this came out, and I stopped playing role-playing games. I used to buy the books just so I could read the books, but then again, as you can see, stuff like this gets in the way, and you know how it is. Now, This was a Kickstarter in which, you know, if you know, it's like it's crowdfunding. So basically, like, you pay X amount of money, you get this book. I only got, so what happens, I paid like, it was like 45 bucks and I got this book. It was 50 bucks because the book is 50 bucks retail price. This is a way you could basically build your own superheroes and put them on your own adventures. Originally, when I was going to run this with my group, and I had HeroClix at the time, so I could use the HeroClix as like proxies, and stuff fell apart. But I ended up getting this one as well. I mean, there was other things I could get with like novels and stuff like that, but I was like, nah, forget it. I don't want to do all that. Just get these two basic things. This is the two basic things I wanted. And this finally came in the mail this week. Also, you know what? Tell you the truth. Hold on a second. This is fun. This right here is the 60th anniversary WWE Elite set. This was shown at shown at San Diego Comic-Con a couple weeks ago, and it showed up in Targets. This is a Target exclusive, and it showed up in Target. This has Hulk Hogan from the Rock and Wrestling era. This is like, was it WrestleMania 2? Rocky Maivia before he became The Rock. Stone Cold, and Becky Lynch. Now, the funny thing is, I was able to buy 3 of these. 1 for a friend, 2 for me, because I was going to open up 1. I was going to say, you know what, I was going to buy this, and said, let me do an unboxing of this set. As soon as I was planning on filming that, one of my YouTubers that I watch said that this set has been recalled. And I was like, what? Because one of the Target stores had 4 of these on the shelf still. And what happened is that after they announced it got recalled, I was trying to figure out what was going on. A lot of people who found this in the store tried to buy it and it wouldn't scan. And some Targets let them buy it, some did not. The reason why, because they were supposed to have Then, Now, and Forever up here. The slogan Then, Now, and Forever up here. Because they didn't have this, they recalled this whole thing. They're going to re-release this set. Now, the hilarious part is, eBay prices right now is about like 150 bucks for this set. And what happens, people in my toy group was like, oh my gosh, you're scalping, you're like, dude, I'm an inbox collector, but sometimes I like to collect stuff out of box. And the guy goes, oh, I was just joking. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm just explaining it. And plus, if you want to try to sell it to them, buy this, I'm like, oh, hell no. So when this gets re-released, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it, of course. This is what the back looks like. You know, so I thought that was interesting. I was going to do a short on that, but short is like 15 seconds. Can't really do too much on that. But anyway, that's it for this week. I mean, there's other stuff I could do, but I spent too much of your time already. You spent a lot of your time already watching me talk and show off what I bought. Why don't you, I would love to talk more, but hey, I know you got stuff to do and I got stuff I should do, but I'm probably just gonna relax. But anyway, with that being said, thank you very much for liking this video. Thank you very much for sharing this video. Thank you very much for commenting on this video if you haven't done it already or you plan to. Thank you in advance. And right now I think I'm at 384 subscribers or something like that. 380, 370, 380, something like that. Try to push for 400. If I could push to 400, then that'd be awesome. That'll be awesome. If not, no big deal. It's always been. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. And in a couple of days, I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to share your story with you guys. So be prepared. So be waiting for that. Talk to you guys later.